Hello, 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 everyone. It is another wonderful and blessed Wednesday. Thank God that you're here. Thank God that I'm here because a lot of people did not make it. So always be grateful. In my personal journey, I have been reading Job a lot. So I'm going back to Job. So it's Job 2, and it's 11 through 13. And it reads, When Job's three friends, Eliphaz the Temanite, Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Naamathite heard about all the troubles that had come upon him, they set out from their homes and met together by agreement to go and sympathize with him and comfort him. When they saw him from a distance, they could hardly recognize him. They began to weep aloud, and they tore their robes and sprinkled dust on their heads. When they sat on the ground with him for 7 days and 7 nights, no one said a word to him because they saw how great his suffering was. That really resonated with me. They literally, 7 days and 7 nights, they didn't talk to him, they didn't bother him because they saw how great his suffering was. That resonated with me because they gave him space during his suffering. They felt his spirit. They felt how sad he was, and they knew enough to give him space. And that's the segue to my nugget. My title is Everyone Needs Space. Everyone has good days. Everyone has bad days. I talk about that all of the time. But there are some seasons in people's lives where they're going through so much. They need space. So don't take it to heart. If you call someone and they don't answer, or they want a time of just limited accessibility. It doesn't make them a bad person. Don't take it personal. Everyone is not going to come out and tell you their business. Everyone, when you talk to them, because I'm that type of person, I'm speaking for us. Everyone is not going to come out and talk to you and say, oh, I'm dealing with A, B, C, and D. Some people they're private people. They don't want their information told to everybody. Some people want to grieve quietly. Some people want to really try to deal with their emotions. Sometimes life is so hard that you need some time to yourself. And I grew up in a Baptist church. I grew up Baptist, pretty much my whole life. And I remember in the 90s, we didn't have phones and gadgets and all those things that we have now. And back in those days, I remember us fasting for days. It was certain things we knew, like we had to fast, we had to pray. And fasting back in the days, it was more so with just food. But you can fast from anything. You can fast from social media. You can fast from your phone. You can fast from your favorite TV show. Fasting is not just eating. Nowadays, I think it should be based on what you have a love for. You could fast from going out to eat. It's just trying to desperately hear from God. And I think a lot of people have lost that craving, but you want an instantaneous blessing. So that's why I say sometimes you need that space. You need that space to hear from God. You need that space to just be still and really try to take it all in. Sometimes even with being in a good season, being in good seasons sometimes comes with being busy and being overwhelmed. You have so much that you have to do. You have so much that you have to get done, or just a normal season. And it's just a lot. It can be overwhelming being a parent. It can be overwhelming being a wife or a husband. It can be overwhelming even just being single, living by yourself, trying to pay all of your bills on time, no help. You're trying to do whatever you can. You working 2 and 3 jobs. I've been there. I'm telling you, it can be so overwhelming. So I can say sometimes you need that space. Sometimes you need to refresh and you need to regroup. Everything in life needs revitalization. Everything needs a refresher in life. And I think sometimes when you are still, you can really gain more clarity. And I want to talk to the people who get angry because, people don't communicate, or people, I don't know what's wrong with them. They don't owe you that. Everyone doesn't come out and talk to you. Everyone is not going to tell you what's going on. And it's okay. Some people, everyone's different. Some people are not going to tell you what's happening or what's going on. And sometimes life is lifing, you know what I'm saying? And you don't want to talk on the phone. You don't want to be around people. There are sometimes you just want space, and there's nothing like it. But for the people who are more extroverted, who, are communicators, don't take it personal. It's okay. That person will come back around. That person will talk to you if they feel like it. If they don't feel like talking to you, don't take it personal. Don't think that it's your fault. Don't get angry and don't get mad. Everything is okay. For me, I can feel better in stillness. I can feel better in quietness. I can feel better away from people. That's how I operate. That's when I hear from God. It's different, like little times and areas and places where I know that I can hear and feel God's presence more. But you have to figure that out for yourself, where your place is. But I guarantee you, it's not in noise and it's not being around lots of people. And then there are times where you don't know people's situations. Everyone goes through something. So there are people who are healing and they're going through a healing journey. And it does require space. Everyone has different emotions. Everyone has different reactions. There's nothing worse than when you're healing and no one provides space, but they want to be the critic and tell you how to heal. And for me, no one can tell a person how to heal from something that they've never been through. Everyone grieves differently. It makes us human. We're all different. And just because someone is more emotional or someone is less emotional, it doesn't make it right or wrong. No one gets an award for how they heal or how they overcome trauma. The only thing that people want you to do, or you should want to do, is overcome the trauma. It doesn't matter about what people say or how they tell you how to heal. Just make sure that you do it, and make sure that you do it your way in the comfort of your personal space. And that's why space is important. Don't beat yourself up or feel guilty for having space. Everyone needs space to rejuvenate, refresh, and revitalize. And also, like I said, take a break from normalcy. Take a break from your everyday life. That's fasting. Take a sabbatical so you can hear from God. You have to be still. God bless you guys. Bye-bye.